In traumatic events, what happens is that we feel we want to disconnect from the parts of us that are hurting because we want to avoid the pain. It's like I remember when I broke my arm, I wanted just to completely disconnect from my arm. And even after a while, after I was healing, I didn't want to use it. I didn't want to go back to the pain and to the incident. And that's what happens. We isolate parts. We exile parts of us that are burdened, that are full of the false beliefs and thoughts that we caught through the traumatic experience. What happens with IFS when we start restoring this communication on the inside? We start realizing that I am not the part that is hurt, or the part that is hurt is so precious, and I can help this one. I'm here for him too. And he has a lot more than the burdens that he's carrying. And so it's as if you're reviving open on this. I do know many of the therapists, me myself, and I attribute it personally to trauma because when we isolate a part of us, we feel we're imposters. We're not showing our reality to others. And I know many therapists suffer from that, but I meant as mothers too. We're not good mothers. We don't deserve to take care of others. We're not doing well with our families. Our kids deserve better than us. And sometimes they would be tough, they would be angry, and they would be uh, like they would have actually a non-constructive behavior with their kids because they're thinking they're imposters. So what I had asked, when you join that part from a different place, when you trust that there is more in you than this hurt mom or hurt child or teenager, when you know there's more in you, you're connected. And again, you're restoring hope. You're connected to all your resources. With the connectedness of self, which we talk about in IFS, we realize that the self is connected to others around us. And so this connection makes us stronger. When we feel stronger, we're more hopeful. And then so I can bring this sort of authentic image of me.
Yeah, beautiful, Chady. That really is a beautiful, very succinct description of the impact that IFS can have. And Katrin, maybe to build on that, what are the effects that you've seen on community level and in terms of collective healing?
Yeah. To answer that question, I would like to first go back and just very simply say what is the miracle or the magic of IFS to me. To me, one of the big miracles is the embodied self of the therapist. I mean, also with me having researched a lot into secondary trauma. The embodied self of the therapist, this is why we can meet traumatized people. So healing starts when a heart feels safe enough to reach out. And that happens on a body level. So if a therapist embodies self-energy, just like Susan McConnell with teaching somatic IFS helps us a lot with, this is when there is the trust there. And our hearts, I call the self heart now, our hearts are connected in a field. And you feel when somebody else is not good. So answering your question, IFS is a modality that by attending to part, it opens up for the heart to radiate out and to really have this healing, create this healing field of connected heart energy. And I've seen big healing happening, for example, in school classes or in kindergartens. I teach IFS in 180 kindergartens in my region. And bringing IFS outside psychotherapy, like if kindergartners know a lot more about this is just a part and what does this child really need, then you have the heart connection and the other kids feel it. And then we have these ripple effects. And IFS, because it speaks to spirituality as well, because it speaks of self, and it's a relational model, this is why it enables collective healing.